Whew, man, we have a new president, and I'm really hoping that things will get turned around from here on out. But anyways, let's get into this video. We are talking about respect, because respect is so critical in our daily friendships, and if we don't understand what respect is, then we'll probably not be able to get it. So if you ever felt like when you're talking to people and they seem very dismissive, treating you as like inferior, or just clearly just talking over you, that's a clear sign of disrespect. And in my opinion, I almost find it impossible, that's right, impossible, to create some kind of healthy relationship between you and any other person, romantic or just platonic friendships, without some sort of healthy form of respect for each other. Now, if you haven't yet subscribed yet, and if you want to hear more of me talking, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and of course the bell. And if after all this you guys still have questions about respect, just go ahead and leave in the comment sections and I will try to get to them as fast as possible. So here I'll be basically answering 4 different questions. 1. What is respect? 2. How do you gain respect? 3. How do you lose respect? And 4. What does respect look like in friendships? All these I feel like are critical topics, at least on a very basic level, so that we can get a jump start to understanding what respect is. So first, what exactly is respect? And I have the definition right here, I'm just going to read it. The definition is, it's a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements. So very simply, it's pretty much just this person. There's a trait or a quality that you find somewhat admirable. I don't really know about you, but the first thing that I think of when I think of respecting someone, I think of someone that's like extremely high status, like a person with kind of like a lot of achievements and awards, someone that you respect. And when you take this in context of just between your friends, you're not like, man, should I really respect my friend? Honestly, that does sound kind of weird, but I'll explain that within the social context a little bit right after. Like, let's take for instance, you are very caring towards other people, and you help them out, take care of them. That's a respectable quality. At the same time, if you can draw an amazing art piece, that's also very respectable. Or if you can speak in front of 100 people, just like a normal speech, that's respectable because that's a very hard task to do. But now let's kind of bring it back to friendships. You can see that when I describe these things, a lot of them are focused on attributes or traits. And we respect different qualities and traits. And that's what causes that admiration. But at the same time, traits and abilities, it's kind of like a spectrum. If you hit a stage where that quality is very noticeable and people see it, and then they start to respect you more when they can see that quality in you. So you don't have to be like extremely good at it. It's just that as long as you have some resemblance of that quality inside of you, that cultivates a bit of respect for you because you have that quality. So within a daily relational context, that's basically what respect is. It's kind of like the sum of a lot of different small traits that you have that are all respectable, and creating you as a person here because you have all those things, and people look at you and we're like, you know what, that's a respectable person right there. Now, how do you actually go about gaining respect? This process is simpler than you probably think. Does it take time? Yes, it takes time because it's a habit. You kind of have to build these traits so that they can reflect that you are a respectable person. As long as you have any good qualities, those qualities will gain you some degree of respect. Let's take for instance, if you're a person that always keeps promises and people can always depend on you, that's a really respectable trait. By itself, it might not do that much, and if people are just using you constantly, sometimes we might feel that way. But that trait by itself is respectable. Now, if on top of that, you are able to express your opinions freely to maybe a small group like 4 to 5 people and just be able to tell them how you feel without trying to look for approval, that's another respectable quality. Now, how about on top of that, you're extremely disciplined and you're able to put out excellent work every time. That's another respectable trait. And as you can see that these traits by themselves, they might not stand as strongly, but if you combine them, they start to develop a person that you look at and be like, you know what? This is a pretty cool person. I like the way that this person does things, and this person has a lot of respectable qualities. And that creates a person that you can start to form good relationships with. And if that is you, you will be able to start forming quality relationships with the people around you. So as you can see that respect isn't exactly something you demand, saying like, oh shoot, just respect me. Like that's not gonna work. I haven't actually seen that actually work at all, even if you say it. Respect is something that's given naturally by the actions that you do. We teach people to respect us or not. And that starts with you respecting yourself through discipline. And you know those medals and trophies, that the high achievements that people get? Those require time, energy, sacrifice. That's why those things are admirable. Because like, if I just got a trophy for, I don't know, flipping a coin, how valuable is that trophy? No, it's like trash. Like, it doesn't take any work to get that. So the trophy in itself doesn't symbolize it's not valuable in itself if it doesn't represent something that requires incredible skill and discipline. But as long as you are a person, you can start to become a more respectable person right now, with something just as simple as keeping all the promises that you make. Believe me, that by itself makes a lot of difference. Now, how do you actually lose respect? Yeah, well, we talked about how to gain it. You can also behave in such a way that you will lose respect from the people around you. And it really comes down to, if you could be bold in a certain situation, but you choose to shy away, that will give the impression that you're not able to face your fears, and people will lose respect for you because of that. So let's take for instance that I'm just talking with these group of people randomly about time travel, and I had some good opinions, I feel like pretty decent, I want to share with them. However, because I feel scared that I'll be judged by the group and I don't want to think badly by the group, I didn't share my opinion. I just stay silent the whole time. That will lose me respect. Why? Because no matter if you said something or didn't say something, your body language is always saying something. People around you can always feel if you are afraid of the situation or not. And if you feel shy and you're kind of shying away from the situation overall, and you didn't take that opportunity to step up and express, rise to the challenge, people will start to lose respect for you because you're not showing signs of courage. And I understand this because I had that experience too. That is very nerve-wracking to talk in front of a group of people. And I used to apologize before I would speak because I felt like I had nothing good to say. So I had to pre-apologize for my mistakes and then say something. But by doing that, you lose respect from the people around you because you're seeing yourself in not such a great light, and on top of that, you're not really rising to the occasion. And if you don't believe me, you can start to really notice that when you start to stay silent a lot, then you naturally fade out of the group. And people start to really talk like you're not there. And you're just kind of this person that's stringing along, and you're on the outskirts because you're there, but you rarely talk. And people will just fade you out and treat you not like as a peer, but someone that is just barely existing there. And that is a horrible feeling. Like, this is one of the reasons why I talk about the essential aspects of basic social skills, because having basic social skills won't really remove the nervousness completely, but if you know exactly what to do in a conversation, how a conversation works, how to carry a conversation, the anxiety you have about talking to someone will drop a good amount. Because like, if you already know what's gonna happen, you don't have to guess. You don't have to feel afraid about what other people will think, because you know what you're doing is okay. And that allows you to gain that basic respect within the social group, because you understand the social context, and now you're able to freely express who you are to other people, and that's respectable. Now let's get into the question of, how does respect look like in friendships? The short answer is, it looks like a normal relationship. Because when you are in an equal relationship in terms of you respecting the other person, and the other person does the same for you, to me that is a equal relationship. And when you treat each other like equals, you won't be dismissive, you won't disregard the things that they're saying, you will treat the other person like yourself. So when you're talking, would you interrupt yourself when you're talking? No, of course you won't. That's respect. If you're going somewhere to eat, would you forget about inviting yourself out for a nice place for lunch? No. You would respect a person like yourself enough to ask them, hey, do you want to come along? Would you take your own thoughts, opinions, values seriously? Of course. I mean, I sure hope so. That is what a person that is of equal respect to you will think of you. And that is what a normal, healthy relationship is supposed to look like, in my opinion. So you can see that just by this one attribute of respect, a lot of things changes within the social context. So that is all I have for you guys this week. I don't really think I met a person that said, I wish I had less respect from people. Because we all want to be, some degree, a respectable person, even to ourselves. So that's why it doesn't matter who you are. I do recommend that you start cultivating yourself to be a person that even you respect. And that is it. If you find this video helpful, you can like, share, comment, subscribe. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. And that is it. I'll talk to you guys next time.